Hey, Sanford here, your mental and physical fitness coach here at Intrepid 21st Century. Now, today I wanted to talk about how fear is making many of the decisions in our lives today. You know, it's so important to me for me to follow my passion and to understand why it makes me cry every time, or want to cry even, to think and live in my purpose and passion on this planet. Why? Because I know who I used to be. I know who I am, and I know who I'm meant to be. One of the biggest factors to fear is other people wanting us to be the same person we used to be. One of the biggest steps I had to take was shedding my ex-wife's thoughts of me during our relationship and after our divorce. Now, I was not perfect by any means, but yes, I am not that person anymore. And guess what? She's not either. What happens is we carry that poison in us and it keeps us in fear. So many of our fears that come from what we thought was love, yet prove to be emotional and mental conditional camps. Love is love is more than many of us know. Now, I want you to start telling your fear that, because it's holding many of you back in your intimate relationships, your family and friends relationships, even in your networks and even with your work colleagues. Now, you may not love them, but I know you want to get along with them. Fear is the debt collector of years of not paying attention to your mental and emotional health. You know, people are afraid to take risk involved in the decision making. Their reputation and dignity would be at stake. They are afraid of what others' reactions may be to their decisions. People are, apprehensive of the outcome of that decision making. So for many people, following their dreams is totally out of the picture. Another big part of the reason most people are afraid to follow their heart or their dreams is because, well, they tell themselves a lie. They won't tell themselves the truth. They won't say to themselves, this is really what's going on, so they can build a foundation that they can build and change from. Some of the lies that we tell ourselves is, I choose to take the stairs because I'm fat and I need to exercise. Another one is, I choose the red car because my ex-wife hates red. I choose my friend that's dumb academically, but I know that they're loyal. I choose to move to the country because I know my family hates the country and they will rarely come and see me. But also, you can also see the stars at night. So these are some of the truths that we need to tell ourselves. Learning or having the courage to risk, fail, be wrong, and not care what other people say, and tell ourselves the truth. These things can actually set us free and reduce anxiety that we carry around every day that we keep trying to explain away. Now, when I was doing my reading, my research, I came across 10 fears that hold us back from following our dreams and keeps us from being successful. One was fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of missing out. Another one was the fear of change, fear of losing control, which is huge for a lot of us, fear of being judged, which is even more huge, the fear of something going bad, and the fear of getting hurt, the fear of inadequacy, and of course the fear of uncertainty. Now, these are all stock standard answers, and they aren't wrong, but I believe that a lot of these are overcomplicating the full picture. When you break it all down, there are really three main things stopping us from making decisions and following our dreams. So for me, I think number one is we feel that we aren't enough to go after what we want and achieve it. Number two, we're afraid to get people around us, accountability people, in our boat. Instead, we choose people that are comfortable and non-confronting and that we can control or belittle so we don't have to face our own fears. And then the third one is we lie to ourselves daily and give ourselves a way out of following through. And we make up reasons and we slack off on why it won't work. When I was young and super insecure, I dated several people at once. And many of them actually knew about each other, but none of them made the move to break it off. And if we did let each other go or want to let each other go, we talked each other out of doing it. I know, foolish, but it happened. And this is where I was. I was afraid that I wasn't enough, or that I couldn't find a better relationship. I was afraid that I would get into a relationship and they would want to keep me accountable. Oh my God. And I would have to face my fears. And then, of course, number three, I lied to myself daily, hoping that eventually it would just work its way out. When it comes to my old behavior or other people who are afraid to make a decision or follow through with their dreams, at Intrepid, we know what that fear is like. We know what it feels like. And we definitely know what it feels to live an unhealed past. So, guys, can you please like this video and share it out there with someone you know who may be in fear of living and making decisions. Thanks.